Hey, once again, everybody. Time for more live power. And today it's about character and character. What's my character like? What's your character like? Do you actually think, believe, know, understand whether or not you're in line with your true character or your true personality? So I've had a couple of conversations over the past few days and where I've watched somebody's character exhibit itself. And in two cases, one was a man a bit older than me, and another one was a woman much younger than me. And in both cases, these are very intelligent, high energy people because most of the people I know are like that, or most of the people I work with are like that. And what's interesting is in the older person, I see a lot of things that I see as limited thinking, even ignorance in some respects. And I don't try and get in there and fix what I believe to be a character flaw. I just try and like hold back and ask myself, like, where is this person coming from and what was his background and what is it that makes him motivated and makes him tick and how can I express myself to him in ways that conquer divides and make us both feel, enlightened by our interaction. I mean, and sometimes that means having more intellectual energy. Sometimes that means using more sexual energy. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. I don't have boundaries around like I should or shouldn't use intellectual energy or physical energy or spiritual energy or sexual energy or emotional energy. I think energy is source and it's divinity. And energy is the sort of unspoken thing happening between you and me. And I believe in that energy and I believe in using that energy. So when I'm interacting with somebody, instead of being like, I'm going to focus on this thing that I don't like that they just said, and I'm going to figure out how I can fix it or enlighten them or educate them. No. Who the fuck do I think I am, right? Like, oh, I'm going to enlighten or educate you. No. The point is to pay attention to you. The point is to actually see you and not just see you as I think you are, but see you beyond what I believe and think and into how you see that you are, right? Because the thing is, we all have blank spots and loopholes and problems in our character that might need development, but it's hard for me to say what my own areas are, much less to start to ask you to help. What is the word I want to say? Ask you to start looking at what your, little pieces of ignorance or loopholes are. And, it's an interesting exercise, especially when people say things that I don't like or that brush up against my own beliefs. And so, for example, like if somebody makes ignorant comments about, whatever, women, people of color, other non-white races, things like that, I step back and I ask myself, if I'm going to have real persuasion and influence in this conversation, is this the time to say something? And sometimes I choose not to say something, and then I'm sort of like pulling back and being like, almost feeling a little bit disloyal to other women, to my friends who are marginalized peoples, right? So, but again, I'm constantly examining this area of most effectiveness and greatest persuasion. And I'm not here to fix or manage what people believe or what they think they know. And so it's important to find the spaces and places where character building, more importantly, can happen for me. And then if character building happens for me, and there's a teaching moment or whatever one wants to call those moments when people are really vulnerable and open, then we can have different kinds of conversations. I'm not looking for more debate. I'm looking for more inclusion. I'm looking for more helpful bridges and perseverance and unity of a sort, whilst acknowledging there are people who think all different kinds of things about all different kinds of things. And in the second case of this character building thing that I'm looking at or was looking at today, or I'm talking about right now, is a younger person who's being sort of, interestingly, she's not even in school or high school, she's a woman in her late 20s, is constantly being prodded at and poked by somebody in her college class. And it's really just kind of funny how people are and how we never really, per se, grow up. But she'll go out and talk to people, and what people will say to her will be like, oh, yeah, you're right, or oh, yeah, that's really bad, or that person's wrong, or oh, yeah, they shouldn't be doing that. And then she comes and talks to me, and I say things like, what's she saying to you? And why is that actually bothering you? Like if someone calls me stupid, I don't really respond to that because I'm really clear that I'm not stupid. If someone maybe insinuates that I make stupid or impulsive decisions, I'm like, oh, yuck, because that's kind of right. Like I'm the queen of dumb, impulsive decisions. But guess what? I still made it here to be talking to you, to be loving myself, to be carrying on as myself. Like, I don't really give a shit. It really makes me happy to look back at all the bad decisions I made, and I'm still really happy. And I'm actually, I think, more happy as a result of making some really, 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 I mean, really, 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 really bad decisions. And so that's life, right? I'm here to learn from my life. I'm not here to badger myself about the stupid stuff I did or act like making impulsive decisions expresses something negative about my character. I'm here to love and accept all of myself. I'm here to teach people how to do that for themselves, because that's the only place where you can find contentment is through true, through true self-acceptance and self-love. By saying, okay, I'm going to do these things. I'm going to falter. I'm going to persevere. I'm going to do good on some days and bad on others. I'm going to be elated and happy sometimes and depressed and miserable other times. And that's just the waves in the ocean of life. So hopefully you got something out of this. Hopefully you can acknowledge your own places of character building. And if you want to talk more about your character and how to improve your life, send me a message. Thanks for the time.